What's up, guys? Today we're going to make a protein frosting. Very, very simple to make. You really don't need very much ingredients, and we're going to use the frosting that we're going to make. We're going to put it on top of a protein cookie. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love me for this. So I went out and got a protein cookie from the store a couple days ago. The macros aren't, it's really not that amazing. I'll do a recipe for protein cookies that are much better than this here in a month or two. But we've got 8 grams of protein, so there's 2 servings per container. So that's going to be 16 grams of protein. We're looking at 54 grams of carbs and 12 grams of fat. So it's really, I could have done better than that, and I will. So look out for that video, and maybe I'll redo the protein frosting one for that. But this protein frosting can be done with anything. If you have a protein cheesecake, which I'll do, if you have protein, anything that's sweet, you can add this to it. So first thing you need is protein powder. Makes sense. So I'm using the MyProtein Rocky Road flavor. It's absolutely delicious. It's going to be perfect for this protein frosting, but you can really use any protein powder you want, but each protein powder is going to be different. So this recipe is going to be for a MyProtein Rocky Road, and the other flavors of MyProtein will probably be pretty similar. So what you want to do is you need water, 1 scoop of protein powder, and you want to add 1 tablespoon of water at a time, maybe even less. But before we do that, we're going to make this even sweeter because it is a protein frosting. So we're going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of stevia. And then we will start with 1 tablespoon of water. So I put 3 tablespoons of water into the mixture. It ended up being a little bit too much, so I added about another 40% of a scoop of protein powder to thicken it up a little bit. So it looks like about 1.4 scoops protein powder to about 3 tablespoons water, and 1 heaping tablespoon stevia was the perfect amount for this. Whatever you're using, you kind of just got to go slow and play with it until you get a thick consistency like frosting, and it's going to be very sweet, especially if your protein powder is good. One other thing is, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, if you have this protein powder, but on the inside here of the MyProtein scoops, it breaks up the scoop. There's measurements inside of the scoop, so you can actually measure how much of the scoop you're putting into a shake or into a recipe. So now once you get that, you have your knife and your cookie and your frosting, and we're just going to put a little bit of frosting here on this cookie. Probably about 25% of the frosting that I have. So 1.4 divided by 25. Figure out the macros that way. Spread that nice up. And then, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times I get desserts in restaurants and they use powdered sugar as kind of a way to make it look good as a garnish for the dessert. They powder sugar it, creme brulee, things like that. Well, if you got unflavored creatine, well, you're going to use that as powdered sugar. And there you have it. MyProtein cookie with protein frosting. Let's try it real quick. That's ridiculous.